Hey, what's up guys, Patrick, and this is my 1 to 99 construction guide. Before I get to actual training, I want to talk about some useful things. If you want to skip around the video, I added some annotations on screen allowing you to do so just click whatever you want on screen. So obviously there are a lot of things you can do to get free XP in this game, and I can't get into all that, but I want to talk about god statues in particular, which is what I'm doing in the background, because the distraction diversion specifically made for construction. You get construction XP for building god statues in 5 different locations. The XP you get is the same as a large XP lamp, and like a large XP lamp, the XP you get is dependent on your level, but you can get it up to about 172k XP for about 5 to 10 minutes of work. As an added bonus, you get a choice between free Slayer or Prayer XP as well. Also, if you build a specific statue 4 months in a row, you can talk to a gnome by the statue and claim these things called sculpting chisels. There are 5 different kinds, but they all do the same thing and you only need 1. They give 1% bonus construction XP and invisible boost of 1 level to construction, which will allow you to build things that require 1 level higher than your current construction level. If you didn't know about this item, but you've been doing god statues for a while, chances are if you go claim one right now, it'll probably be there. The second activity I want to talk about is wilderness warbands. I can't really go get footage of that because it takes place in a wilderness. Players tend to organize themselves into groups and make up rules and stuff like that. Since I haven't done warbands in over a year and a half, it only occurs like once every 7 hours. It's not exactly something I can just go do, at least not without getting killed. But all you really do is go to 1 of 3 locations in the wilderness, loot some tents, run back to this guy, buy a shortcut to Grand Exchange to get XP in 1 of 5 skills. The skills you get XP in is dependent on which tent you loot, but one of those tents is for construction. Once again, the XP is dependent on your level, but you can get up to about 350k XP for about 15 minutes of work, give or take. So there's a mini game called Temple Trekking. Basically, there's 6 characters that you have to take from Canifis to Berg de Rot or vice versa, and they'll level up as you do this. When you get them to certain levels, you unlock different pieces of what's called the Constructor's Outfit. There are 5 pieces, and each one gives you 1% bonus construction XP when you wear it. It does stack with Sculpting Chisel. Now I want to talk about servants. They could do quite a few things, but for the sake of this guide, the only thing we need to know is that they can get supplies from the bank for you, which is really helpful. It can get kind of expensive, but it's already an expensive skill. So you have an option of 6 different servants with different costs. The reason why it gets expensive is because you have to pay them that cost every 7 or 8 times you use them, I believe. If you complete the love story quest, the cost is reduced by like 25% or something like that, and that's what the number in parentheses is supposed to be. Each servant also has a level requirement, which is written for you on screen. And the last 2 columns is why the next servant is better than the last. The amount of items they can bring back is limited, and going to the bank does take time. The better servant is, the more items they can carry, and the faster they move. In my opinion, I wouldn't even bother with this until you get to the butlers. So to get a butler, the first thing you need to do is build at least 2 bedrooms with a bed in each of them in your house. Then go to building an East already marked here on this map. When you get here, simply talk to one you want, say you're hired, pay them the initial cost, and they'll be at your house next time you're there. You should be aware they like to roam around a lot. I mean, when you start using them, they'll follow you until you leave, but each time when you first enter your house, you might have to go a bit out of your way just to find them. Before you start training, you have to go on a estate agent to buy a house. I think it only costs like 1k, but they can be found at any place marked by the symbol that looks like a house. When you first buy a house, it will automatically be entirely. There are a few other locations where you can put it, but some of them have requirements, and there aren't any real advantages when it comes to training construction, so for the sake of this guide, I'm not even going to go over that. When you're training construction, make sure your house is in building mode, which you can turn on when you first enter, or you can go to your game settings and toggle in the top right under where it says house settings. Alright, now for the actual training. For levels 1 to 16, make crude wooden chairs, which can be built in a chair space found in Parlor. They require 2 regular planks and 2 nails each, but the problem with this is that the nails can break, so you need a lot of extras. To get to level 16, you'll need a total of 84 regular planks and a lot of nails, especially if you're using low-level nails. From levels 16 to 33, make the first version of crafting tables, which can be built in a clock-making space found in a workshop. They require 4 planks each. You'll need a total of 260 oak planks to get to level 33. From levels 33 to 52, make oak larders, which can be built in a larder space found in a kitchen. They require 8 oak planks each. You need a total of 1,760 oak planks to get to level 52. From levels 52 and 99, you have a choice between using oak planks or mahogany planks. Mahogany is faster, but sometimes oak is preferred because it's a lot cheaper. So this part is dependent on how much you want to spend. Since prices change all the time, it makes more sense if you look at the price of both planks yourself. Then if you multiply the price by a number I have written on screen, that'll be a total cost from 52 and 99 construction. That number, by the way, is the total amount of planks you need to get to 99, and the hours I have written on screen is how long it takes to get from 52 and 99 using that particular plank. If you're using mahogany planks, make mahogany tables, which can be built into table space found in dining room. They require 6 mahogany planks each. You need a total of 92,220 mahogany planks to get from 52 to 99. By the way, if you ever get hold of any protein planks, definitely make these. If you're using oak planks, continue making oak ladders until level 74. You'll need an additional 16,216 oak planks to get to level 74. Then from levels 74 and 99, make oak doors, which can be built into door space found in dungeon. Dungeons can only be built below ground, so it's a little more complicated to get than a normal room. You need to build a room with a stair space, such as a hall, then build a staircase that goes downwards. The cheapest kind would require 10 oak planks and 4 steel bars. Attempt to go downstairs and you get an option to build another room. Select yes and build a dungeon stairs room, then go downstairs again to the dungeon. Anyways, the oak doors require 10 oak planks each. You'll need a total of 198,970 oak planks to get to level 99. Keep in mind, it's called a door space, not a door hotspot. When you get 99 construction, you can buy a skill cape by talking to any estate agent. Anyways, that's going to be the end of this guide. Hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, good luck on 99 construction. Like, favorite, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.